Wow, you guys. I just got fed this guy's YouTube channel, Glen Beck. And I've never watched his channel, but his name does sound familiar. So I'm sure Americans will know who he is. But he just eviscerated the Macrons, both Brigitte and Emmanuel. He said some particularly mean things about Mrs. Macron as well. And it makes me worry just because, you know, this is a jury trial, and assuming that the case gets to that point where there is a jury, they could find themselves in a situation where the jury just can't get past the fact that, these are two foreign, heads of state, and they're not even American. There's this whole xenophobic, nationalistic thing. It's in every country. I mean, even here in France, you find people who are very xenophobic and nationalistic as well. And so you go across the pond and you find Americans who are very xenophobic and nationalistic. And this guy, Glenn Beck, I mean, wow. I mean, I don't recommend you listen to him, but if you do, if you listen to the video, it's like what he is saying about Brigitte Macron is pretty. I was maybe appalled is the word. It was appalling. It was like, wow. Um, what do I think? Well, he's of the school of thought that this is all First Amendment protected speech and that Candace was only expressing her opinion. And I don't agree with that. I don't think Candace was expressing her opinion. Candace did a deep dive investigative docu-series, what is it called? A transvestigation, a trans investigation, or there's a word they put together for this, and she came to her conclusions that this is fact, what she was saying. Not just about the trans stuff, as I said, but about all the fraud that went into the identity theft, the incest. She called for this head of state to step down. I think because it is unprecedented. No other head of state has ever come into the United States with such a lawsuit. I don't think any has come into France, for that matter, with such a lawsuit. And as I said in one of the videos before this one, if it was Michelle Obama and Barack Obama who came into France, how would the press treat them? How would French society treat them? I think, as I said, it would be a very unfortunate thing for Michelle Obama. And that word unfortunate should sort of conjure for you just everything. I mean, it would be, what I'm trying to say is that it would be a mistake. It would have been a mistake for Michelle to have come to France with that kind of a lawsuit. I think Brigitte going to America is similar, but she's still in a more, I think, privileged position than Michelle Obama. But if Glenn Beck is any indication of where the country is right now with something like this, even Mrs. Macron is in serious trouble, and it will be very unfortunate for her. But we'll have to wait and see. It depends on the skills of her lawyers, right?